Seasons like the weather, but one thing's constant all along. I don't think that I could find a better way to spend my time than spending it all on you. Things may come and take me far away from you, but you hold my heart. I thank the Lord when I have you in my arms. When I'm feeling lost or running low, I sink into your love just like a song. Even if I'm miles from you, I know wherever you are, I call home.
Ain't she sweet? Ain't she sweet?
Yes, she is.
We're doing some really fun stuff about sugar because it is the South. This is Devon's Table. I'm Devon O'Day.
I'm Sylvia Gagne.
And I'm Faith Ford.
You know, I love it when it's the holiday season and we got relatives that come to visit and we say, look, we're doing shows at Green Door Gourmet. And she's like the resident gourmet in our family. So I brought her along.
She's just telling me about all these fun ideas, and now I can't wait to get cooking even more. I'm getting so inspired. It's awesome.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Well, we're going to talk sugar because it is the sugar season, right?
Yes, and a lot of times people don't realize that there are so many different ways to sweeten things, and there are ways that are traditional. You have to use them for a particular reason, but there are other things that you can substitute very easily.
Well, you taught me a little bit during the end of summer season when we had sorghum, and I know we're going to be talking about that. And we got the plain old white, regular, good old sugar. But let's start at the beginning and go through all the ways to make life a little sweeter.
Okay. We wouldn't have enough time of the day to put out all the different varieties of sugar that are out there, so I picked some of the most common ones that you're going to see. So regular sugar, granulated sugar. Not caster sugar or superfine, it's just a regular grind of sugar. Most baking recipes call for this kind of sugar, and it is more about the volume versus the sweetness. So it works almost like a binder. So you need the volume. So if it calls for a liquid sweetener, that's more interchangeable than using the granular sugar. Okay.
Gotcha.
Powdered sugar. This is sometimes, my granny called it icing sugar. Did your mom ever call it icing sugar?
Yes, I've heard that.
So icing sugar, you make the very best buttercreams and everything else out of your powdered sugar with a little dash of vanilla and some really good butter, and just let it go low and slow. And then we have brown sugars. And brown sugars are first cousin to these sugars, but they haven't been refined. And so you have light brown sugar, you have dark brown sugar. The most deep Appalachian cooks will tell you always are going to use dark brown sugar.
Yeah.
We like it darker, but most modern recipes are going to call for light brown sugar.
I knew I was deep Appalachian somewhere.
Yeah, he is somewhere down in there. You are my sister by another mother. And so these are also baking sugars used especially in the holiday time. So you want to have that apple stack cake. You got to have that to make stack cake.
I use my crumble with my pecans.
Oh yeah, sounds good. Demerara or turbinado sugar. This is a brown granulated sugar, and it works great to put on topping of cookies or anything else that you want it to have a deeper flavor. It also is great on creme brulee. And so instead of using this that you have to burn to a smithereens, this melts fast and creates this beautiful kind of golden sheet on top of creme brulee. So use this type of sweetener. After that, we have honey.
I love honey, and get the real honey. That stuff most of the stuff in the Bears is not real honey. It is like corn syrup with a little honey flavor.
Buy a Bear jar, put good honey in it, and
there
you know where
go.
It comes from. A way to test if it's real honey or not is put a little drop of water, and if the water goes through, the honey has been cut because it can penetrate going through.
Really?
And so that's a way to test. So real honey, you wouldn't have water going into it. You don't want to put it in a whole big jar of it. Just do a little bit because the water starts to ferment honey and you'll have mead. So don't put a whole bunch of water to see if it's good, all right?
You'll get drunk on your honey.
But I love when you open a jar of honey, the whole aroma of meadow
my gosh, yes.
happens right
Oh,
then
yeah.
and there.
Wow.
So liquid gold, A bee makes 1 teaspoon in their lifetime. Think about the hardworking bees.
Wow.
So thankful for our pollinator friends.
And
that-
thanks for all the wonderful Tennessee Beekeepers Association that has wonderful beekeepers all over our state with good local honey like you have at Green Door Gourmet.
You got to support them, y'all. Then we have sorghum. Of course, this is sorghum that we made here. It has all those wonderful tropical notes, a little orange, a little of those flavors. So if it says molasses, you can interchange sorghum for the molasses.
And it's so good. And the pineapple notes, that's the thing. It had a kind of a pineapple taste to it when we tried it here.
Yeah, it's really good with bourbon too.
What region is more popular for sorghum?
Deep South, Appalachian.
Really?
Because molasses is a byproduct of sugarcane. So the further south you go, the more that was available.
Really?
Sugarcane can't grow here, so this is our version of molasses, if you will, even though it's a different sort of byproduct.
Now here is Faithy's thing.
Maple syrup. I have it in this. You can just turn it up and just chug it. It's all good. So a really good, I like a medium amber color syrup. After that, we have date syrup. And you can
I've
have,
never heard of that in my life.
it's really very interesting. It's super thick.
Fascinating. Can I smell it?
Yeah, you can smell it.
the smell of it.
But it is wonderful for making the old-fashioned puddings.
Okay.
And like a figgy pudding. If you want to make a figgy pudding, you're going to use more of a date syrup sort of thing. And then you have the good old-fashioned Karo that we all grew up with. And the one thing that I will say is a lot of people think Karo is high fructose corn sugar. It is not. It is a corn syrup. It is made from corn. It has, other things in there. It has a little caramel color, all of that, but it is not high fructose corn syrup. There's a little bit of a difference there. So if you're eating pecan pie once a year and your great granny's recipe had Karo syrup and you don't want to venture out to try it with date syrup or maple syrup or honey or sorghum, we're going to forgive you just that once.
You know what I did one time? I didn't have anything to sweeten. I didn't want to make a full cream cheese frosting. So I just used cream cheese and I sweetened it for cupcakes or like muffins. And I sweetened it with maple syrup a little bit because I don't like it too sweet, plus my mom's diabetic, and cinnamon. It was really good. And I just topped these cupcakes with it. It was like quick and easy.
Sounds delicious.
Warm.
See, I'm getting inspired again.
And one of the things not here is if you're from Louisiana or in the South, you remember the yellow can of Steen's ribbon cane syrup. It's the thick, it's like sorghum, but different because it comes from sugar cane, not a sorghum cane, but it's delish too.
We'll have to get some of that for the next time. So you were mentioning that your mom's diabetic. So I just wanted to quickly touch on all of these things. They're going to be not super good for people with glycemic index issues, right? But as you get into these sweeteners, going from honey all the way down the line in this order: honey, sorghum, maple syrup, date syrup, Karo syrup. That is the trigger for glycemic index. So these natural sweeteners don't have the exact same reaction as these sugars. So it takes some of that pressure off the people that need something natural.
My mom, who's very smart and is educating herself about that, she found out about maple syrup and now she uses it in her coffee to sweeten her coffee. And that's one of the reasons I did that. I said, well, I could use it just about for everything. I can use it for, and I use organic and everything. I'd love to learn how to make it, but I'm not near any kind of trees that you could do that. I mean, I'm just not going to do it, but it would be nice to say
I'd love to, but no.
I like to appreciate the artisans that actually make it,
Yes, let's support the good farmers that are around. And, and the more fiber, let's say you're making a dessert. If you've got someone who's diabetic, making something, the higher the fiber, that really helps too, because that automatically lowers your net carbs. And so whether you're keto or diabetic, always make sure that if you have a high fiber thing, it might be a treat that you can have that feels kind of like a treat, like a sweet, like a muffin or something that you want to put a little icing in. It feels like a treat, but it doesn't hurt you so bad.
Figs.
I'm very, very close friends with them.
Okay, now, the preserves, good fig preserves.
Yeah.
You know how you like to have them fresh and on a hot biscuit? Well, my mom loves those. And do you think that you could is fig syrup as good as date syrup? I mean, could you do that with figs?
I have never tried it. However, There's a first time for it.
Oh, well, hey. But you can eat the whole fig, but I'm just saying if there's any extra runoff, say, some extra juice.
Yeah, if you were cooking them down and you had too much liquid in the pot, that would probably be a good thing to do. You could take that off. You would have to cook it with a little bit of sugar in order to get it to congeal and put some pectin in it, but I think it could work.
Could you use a different what kind of sugar would be a good sugar to use that not as bad? None of those, no. But I mean, is there any other kind of sugar?
If I was going to pick, I would probably do a brown sugar versus a bleached white.
See,
or
I'm so
something
glad you said that because I thought brown would be better if I was going to pick a sugar.
Or you could just put your finger in it and it'll
We
get really
we can talk sugar for hours, but we're not because the show isn't that long. But we'll be back at the end of the show to discover if there might be a recipe for fig syrup or
something
like that.
Something. Any recipe you want, it's at greendoorgourmet.com. I promise you'll find a lot there. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Brenda Fielder. When it comes to sunrooms and screen porches, we have more than 60 years experience helping Middle Tennesseans add value to their homes. At Mid-South Exteriors, we install all types of siding, from hardy board to all the new vinyl designs. We also do custom trim, gutters and downspouts. We even do roofing. And of course, energy-efficient replacement windows. Our website is our showroom, so we come to you and sell direct to you for less.
MidSouthExteriors.com. Hi everybody, I'm here in the Green Door Kitchen, Sylvia Gagnier, and I'm going to tell you how you reconstitute your bread. Everyone loves this great Village Bakery bread or the focaccia, and then you get it home, it's so wonderful that first day, and then you're like, how can I make it as good as day one? I'm going to show you how you do it. It's really simple. All you need is some aluminum foil, a little bit of water, and the bread. Really simple. You're going to take just a little bit of water, rub your hands like this, sprinkle it over. You can even make a little cup of the water. Pat the bread. It's a happy bread. And then you're going to take your foil. You're going to make a little, we call them pork chop tacks back home, right? Make a pork chop tack out of the bread, and you're going to put it right in a 300-degree oven. Leave it in for about 10 minutes.
Already stringing up lights, we're feeling that Yuletide shine. Crank up that holiday jive. Why should we have to wait till after Turkey Day? We wanna celebrate. Let's slide into the season. We don't need no reason to start them mistletoe kisses. Santa, won't you bring home Christmas? Mr. Kringle, surely you could stop by early. You know what our wish is. Santa, won't you bring home Christmas? We're trimming up our trees to Crosby melodies, a perfect snow globe scene. Cocoa and candy canes all flowing through my veins. Can't help but anticipate, yeah. Let's slide into the season. We don't need no reason to start them mistletoe kisses. Santa, won't you bring them Christmas? Mr. Kringle, surely you could stop by early. You know what our wish is. Santa, won't you bring them Christmas? Let's slide into the season. We don't need no reason to start them mistletoe kisses. Santa, won't you bring home Christmas? Mr. Kringle, surely you could stop by early. You know what our wish is. Santa, won't you bring home Christmas? Santa, won't you bring home Christmas? Woo! Come on, Santa. Da da
This Christmas, score big and give her what she truly wants. A diamond bracelet, earrings, or new diamond ring. And now, with Earthmind and lab-grown diamonds, we can match any budget. All offered with interest-free financing. Or trade in your old jewelry for a new, sparkly look. Score big points with diamonds from Hancock Diamonds. Hancock Diamonds, Goodlettsville.
Hey, what did I tell you about throwing football indoors?
If SC is coming to town, he might be hungry, and these kids can cook for him. They're part of Adventures in the Kitchen, a 4-H program in Robertson County where 9-year-old Lily Thomas is picking up some mad culinary skills. For the record, there are 2 Lilies in the class, along with several other talented young chefs.
We learned how to make quesadillas, and me and the other Lily, we made apples.
Well, you get to get your hands dirty.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And sometimes we get even more pleasure out of giving.
4-H agent Kathy Finley teaches the kids how to make a bowl full of jelly, a delicious seasonal jam, strawberries and cranberries the main ingredients. The kids get a small jar to take home or to give to someone else. There are other important holiday lessons here too, like generosity, writing thank you notes, and etiquette.
Just a reinforcement of saying the magic words, please and thank you, showing appreciation to people, and also just using good table manners.
An ambitious seasonal goal for many people this time of year is to make it to the new year without gaining weight. That's not easy, but UT Extension experts recommend keeping exercise part of your routine, along with choosing sensible foods.
That goes for the kids too, and Agent Lauren Patterson teaches them that holiday meals can include lots of healthy foods.
They all include different vegetables, so we talk a lot about food groups, and today the students will get to learn about different dishes they can make using several food groups.
But we like to show people that, 30 minutes you can whip up a meal.
That's just what these kitchen adventurers did, and now time to put it away as it's conveniently lunchtime here. From kitchen to stove to stomach, holiday foods that are easy and tasty and in just a short time. This is Charles Denny reporting.
We could do that. We have no idea what we're doing right now. I'm just gonna feels good though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you wouldn't even say it goes. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call them names. They never let just sing jingle to that and it works, you know. Jingle, 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 kind of jingle bells, jingle, 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 jingle bells, jingle, jingle, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now, well, a week or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was sitting by my side. The sleigh was in a lot. The misfortune seemed as odd. We got up in a... What the heck does sot mean, upsot? Who wrote those lyrics, upsot? What the heck is that? Ah, God. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. See more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
It's Chris Cooper with UT TSU Extension here in Shelby County. Live tree sales are booming this year. Let me offer you a few tips on taking care of those live trees so they don't become a fire hazard. My first tip is this. As soon as you get the tree home, put it in water. Next tip, make a fresh cut. At least an inch from the base of the trunk before you place the tree in its tree stand. My third tip, get a tree stand that holds 1 to 2 gallons of water. A fresh cut tree will use up to 2 gallons of water a day. So make sure that you're keeping that tree stand full of water daily. My next tip, do not place the fresh tree in direct sunlight or in front of heat sources like fireplaces, heaters, and stoves. If you're going to be decorating your tree with lights, use LED or mini lights and make sure that you check the wires and cables on those lights. And finally, my last tip is this. Before you leave home or before you go to bed at night, unplug the tree. So if you have any gardening questions, feel free to give me a call at 901-752-1207. I'm happy to help. Have fun with your live Christmas tree and happy holidays to you and your family.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
If you can relate to freshman year of college, like you're in a new place with new people and have no idea who you are, what you care about, or the type of person you want to be. You're just in a really new setting and kind of reconsidering yourself and your identity, or considering your identity for the first time. And I stumbled upon Best Buddies. So I had a girl in the dining hall that tapped me on the shoulder, and she had Down syndrome, and we talked for 5 minutes, and she wanted to know my name and who I was and what I did that summer. And there was something about her, it's like she really wanted to know my name, and she wanted me to know her name. And when you're in that new place with new people, it was just a feeling that I clung on to. And then I saw her picture in a flyer for Best Buddies, and I was like, all right, that felt somewhat serendipitous. And then they show you a video about what it's like to be a Best Buddy. They have a buddy pair speak, and by the end of it, I'm like writing my name in tears, like, yeah, I want a Best Buddy. And then I got matched with my Best Buddy, Brian, on September 26, 2010, as a freshman in college, a month into school. And he's just like the right friend at the right time for me. That he's one of those people that, like, by letting his own light shine, he gives you permission to shine too. And and everyone needs people like that in their lives. He makes me think of my mom. That's another one like that she's just so authentic in herself and vulnerable. And here this guy was freshman year, as I'm so caught up in myself and what I want to care about and who I am, and he was just so, like, not even confident, just so comfortable in who he was and in trying to engage with other people. And for me, I just like looked at him like a North Star, that I wanted to be more like him. And so we've been best buddies for, I guess, over 13 years now. And so I do get super passionate because it is so personal to me, and I also get to see it from the side that more than people with intellectual disabilities benefit, that I've seen how much it's impacted my life. My parents will tell you how much it's impacted us, my friends, my family, the way I've seen it impact my group of friends and my extended family. I think for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities experience loneliness and isolation at really disproportionate rates. Some are for these perceived barriers and stereotypes and biases that we have, and I think others are for really literal barriers. So sometimes isolation in a classroom or from the workforce, and I think it's 85% of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities report facing loneliness on a daily basis. And so we address that really head on by bringing people together with and without disabilities, and I think breaking down some of those barriers and trying to find common ground, while also not only accepting our differences but truly appreciating them. I think that's the next level, not just understanding and acknowledging that we're different and accepting someone, but really appreciating those differences, and that's like the good stuff. I think what makes us all really special is that we have these differences, and that we get to learn from each other and get to exist together, while also having these things that bind us together about what we want for our lives and how we want to be seen and heard and loved. And we get to make people feel seen and heard and loved. And I referenced the over 5,000 people that we serve, but there are hundreds of thousands of more people that we want to serve. And every year, we raise money to try to not only grow and reach more people, but even just to sustain our existing programs. I think it takes a lot, and I think the tricky part with Best Buddies is there's kind of an aggravating part. It's like I feel like we have a solution. We're not asking for money or having fundraising events trying to find a cure to try to address this loneliness that we talked about. Like 85% of people are facing loneliness or isolation, and it is a super existential, like, significant problem. I think the Surgeon General had this incredible report on the impact of loneliness. It is a very real, very challenging issue, and we feel like we have a solution to it. Like, we're not just trying to figure out how to address it. We feel like we solved the problem.
Hi, I'm Brenda Fielder. At Mid-South Exteriors, our custom sunrooms bring the sunshine in without all the heat and the bugs. And they keep you warm all winter while you enjoy the outdoors all year round. They add real value because we build them like your house to match your house. Or let us save you energy by replacing your windows and old siding. And because we have no retail overhead, we come to you and sell direct to you for less. Call us at 833-8003 or visit us at MidSouthExteriors.com.
Well, now we got to go make desserts. GreenDoorGourmet.com has all sorts of recipes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, including some really fun dessert ones.
Well, whatever you're doing, if you're watching your sugar, you learned on this episode the better sugars to use. And be healthy out there, guys, as much as you can, but always indulge, maybe just a bite.
A bit.
Just a little bit. We'll be back next week with more. And if you're looking for a blessing, you gotta first be one.